In this video, we're going to talk about purple crystals starting with O and P. Here is just a quick little overview of the crystals we're going to be talking about, and I did my best finding images of the crystals raw and polished. And underneath the images, I also added if they were from Etsy or any other crystal shop in case you were interested in purchasing any of these crystals or just checking out those websites. First, we're going to talk about obsidian. So specifically in rainbow obsidian, once you move the crystal around and the way the light bounces off of it, you can see different flashes of purple in it. So the image on the left, you can see it's still a black obsidian, but it has that purple sheen to it. And I was also able to find this image from stickstonesbone.com. They're claiming that this particular obsidian is man-made. This stone is not natural, it is dyed with purple, and the image to the right is showing what a natural Dalmatian stone looks like. There are a couple different versions of purple jasper, but this image on the screen right now is brecciated jasper. The website auragems.com gives a really good list of different types of purple jasper. Starting with the image to the left, this purple jasper isn't identified to exactly what type of jasper, but the image all the way to the right is another example of the brecciated jasper. The website also mentions purple zebra jasper, and here are two different types of zebra jasper that come up on Google Images. Some other purple jaspers that were mentioned on the website is purple mookaite, plumwood jasper, imperial jasper, and ocean jasper. The image all the way to the left is an example of raw purple jasper. The images all the way to the right is some examples of purple jasper polished. I don't know if these stones have the actual makeup of what identifies as a jasper, or if these are just some names that are just being loosely thrown around in the crystal world. This is just what comes up on Google Images for jasper. Phantom amethyst. The image all the way to the left is a phantom amethyst cut and polished. The middle image is some raw pieces of phantom amethyst, and when you look up phantom amethyst, sometimes this image all the way to the right comes up. This type of crystal is man-made, it is not real. I just wanted to add this in because anybody who's getting into crystals might come across this. I don't want anyone to get scammed or think this is natural in any way. From the website mineralgoddesscrystals.com, it says phantom amethysts are caused by the different layers of minerals that make up the stone. The stone is also called ghost crystal or skeleton quartz. There weren't a lot of images of purple onyx on Google, so I don't know if that means it's rare or this type of onyx is just dyed. The onyx sink could possibly just be a different type of crystal, but for whatever reason this website is using purple onyx. And then the slab of the onyx, this could possibly be dyed, so I don't know if purple onyx is just rare or it's just being dyed, or if it's just being mislabeled. Next we have Phosphosiderite, and from the website nationalgemlab.in says Phosphosiderite is a rare mineral found as a minute crystal of pink or red. Phosphosiderite is similar to appearance to sagenite. This mineral is currently being mined in Chile, and the material is either solid pink, lavender, or purple, and may have some yellow veins. Doing a quick Google search to see what minute crystals mean, on Wikipedia it says microlights are minute crystals in an amorphic matrix. In igneous petrology, the term microlitic is used to describe vitric. So this is what Wikipedia says, so whatever the hell this means, I thought I would just throw it in because I never heard of minute crystals, so maybe somebody who is a geologist out there will understand this a little better than me. Phosphosiderite can come in a different array of pinks and lavenders. The image all the way to the right is phosphosiderite in more of its gem grade quality. The image on the left is from Wikipedia, and it's another good example of a red phosphosiderite. And the image all the way to the left is a really good example of more of a vibrant purple of phosphosiderite. Prairie tanzanite. So prairie tanzanite is mostly found in Wyoming and is a mixture of zoocytes within a matrix of possibly nephrite jade. I don't know if the I is pronounced with a long or a short I, so I don't know if it's pronounced anhydrite or anhydrite. And sorry if my last couple of slides have been looking kind of blurry and like low quality. I just realized that doing screenshots of the slides itself makes the quality 10 times better. From the website gemsociety.org, it says that anhydrite can also be called angelite, and also says that anhydrite doesn't occur in abundance. When exposed to water over time, it alters into the much more commonly found gypsum. Although angelite is the most well-known anhydrite variety, various types of anhydrites with lapidary uses or unusual appearances have also received trade names. We have bowelstone anhydrite and blue Egyptian anhydrite. The image to the left is a really good example of anhydrite cut and polished, but you can see there's a lot of inclusions, also called just like little fractures and cracks within the crystal. And the image all the way to the right is anhydrite in its raw form. So when you look up anhydrite on Google, the blue anhydrite comes up first, but anhydrite can also be colorless, white, transparent, and even gray. Purple lace agate. The middle image is an agate, but it has been dyed purple. From the website moonlightgemsaz.com says, real agate, for example, will always allow light to pass through the stone. However, a fake/dyed stone won't let light pass through. You can also look at the appearance. If it's a more dull appearance than a natural look, it's almost a sure sign it's dyed. 99% of the time, a dyed agate will have a plastic-like appearance. When you look up purple agate, a lot of dyed versions come up. I couldn't really find a lot of images of a purple agate just natural. The image all the way to the left from Cosmic Crystallary, that looks pretty real because the purple isn't too vibrant, it's pretty pale. But the image all the way to the right from geologyin.com, that's definitely dyed because that is way too vibrant for a purple agate to be naturally. The image from gemgazer.com, it doesn't really say if this agate is specifically dyed, but it does state it is from Mexico. And the image all the way to the right from geologyin.com, I thought I would just throw it in here because even though it's more on the blue side, I thought this was still a good example of lace agate. Purple sage agate. This crystal is absolutely gorgeous. This crystal definitely reminds me of moss agate. So the image all the way to the left has been cut and polished. So the pink and purple in the crystal itself is very pale, and you can definitely tell that when you hold up this little gem to the light is going to be able to pass through it. The image all the way to the right is a really good example of what purple sage agate looks like when it grows on its matrix rock. Here's another purple crystal that I don't know the right way to pronounce it, so I don't know if it's sagenite or sagenite. And this crystal is definitely in the agate family. In the middle image, you can definitely see the bandings. Purple mica. The image all the way to the left is a polished version of purple mica. At least this is what this website, valleyvintagepa.com, is claiming it to be. I'm just surprised that they were able to get this mica polished down really nicely just because the way mica grows, it's very flaky. And it was hard for me to find a lot of other examples of polished mica online. Purple sapphire. As you can see in these three images, purple sapphire can come in an array of different purples. Just to give a little bit more detail about sapphires, I thought I would just read this from the website gemsociety.org. Sapphires and rubies are both varieties of corundum. Just a trace of chromium in a corundum will create a ruby. Here are some good examples of purple sapphire once they have been cut and polished. I plan on doing another video where I go more in depth about sapphires and rubies. So here are two websites that have a really good breakdown of what a sapphire is, brilliantearth.com and ceylons.d. Purple scapolite, also called mariolite. Scapolite can also be white, gray, colorless, yellow, brown, green, and red. When you look up scapolite on Google Images, mostly the transparent gem grade version comes up, but I was also able to find more of like this rocky mineral type of scapolite, as you can see the image all the way to the right. Purple smithsonite. This type of mineral grows on a matrix or a rock, and it has a very bubbly appearance. Purple spinel. This is another type of valuable and precious gem that gets cut down and polished for jewelry. Purple topaz. Another rare and expensive gemstone that is used in jewelry. Topaz also comes in many colors as well. Purple tourmaline. Tourmaline comes in a variety of different colors as well. As you can see here, this image is more of like a bicolor. It has purple and some pinks in it. Tourmaline can get very expensive, going up to thousands of dollars, making this a very expensive collector's piece. Purple calcite. And the last mineral is purpurite. Now these are all the purple crystals, starting with O and P, that I could find, either in crystal books or just online. One of the books I've used was 101 Crystals by Cassandra Eason, and if any crystals I have missed so far in this purple crystal series, just let me know down in the comments. But overall, thank you for watching.